All right, guys, welcome to our first ever video broadcast on our YouTube channel. This is the Vegas Guys Locker Room. I'm your host, Jay Vegas. I'm here with my old man. Dad, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. This is exciting.
This is exciting. Thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate all the listeners. Listen, if you want more in-depth breakdowns, we do have our podcast out wherever you can get it. It's also now available on YouTube. Please enjoy those. There's past episodes on there. Go back. We break down a lot more. It's a little longer. But we are now trying to do an actual video channel. So it's exciting stuff. First time ever. So bear with us as we work out the kinks, and hopefully we deliver something that's amusing to you, entertaining, and you enjoy the show. Thanks for joining us again, guys. We're here. We're going to break down basically the Vegas Golden Knights. We're going to talk hockey with my old man here. We're going to look at the upcoming week, break down what's going on, and hopefully get you guys some insight on what you might want to hear from VGK fans. All right. So, of course, in the news, Eichel's coming back soon. He should be back this week.
Monday.
He's not Monday. He will be back Thursday when we return home.
Right.
Carrier's looking to come back soon. He's been injured, so we really need that spark. That should be a big one coming up soon. And, of course, the news coming out that Stone will be out for the remainder of the season.
Wow.
So, hopefully, we're hoping to get him back in the playoffs. I know last night they said that he had a lacerated spleen. So, who knows how long that could take for him to get back from. But we'll get into this week's matchups. We got 3 matchups coming up this week. Me and my father will try to get the best and do it every week and break down the upcoming weeks and see what we like. Well, first one, we got the CBJ. We got the Columbus Blue Jackets come up. They are 4-6-0 in their last 10. Going against our VGK, who have not fared any better. We're 3-6-1 in our last 10. This is the first meeting of this year.
Right.
What do you think of the breakdown coming up against this match?
I think we got a good chance at beating Columbus. We're way better than them. The only thing that worries about me is having Stone out and Eichel out. Without them and Carrier. Carrier, I think, is one of the big stars on our team, which because he has that speed and he gets everybody else going. He's not afraid to forecheck. He's strong on the forecheck, and it loosens that puck up, and we can get more puck management that way.
Oh, absolutely.
Because right now the puck management is horrible.
That's one skill I think that a lot of people don't realize about William Carrier. He's always been that kind of big hitter in the early part of his career, but he has worked on his puck handling skills, and his speed has gotten a lot better as his career has gone on. So he's a big catalyst, a big spark guy for us. I can't wait to get him back in the lineup. I think something that he provides, that juice he provides, is something we've been missing here coming up.
Yep.
Columbus, I think we should definitely handle. They're on the bottom half of all statistical categories. So hopefully we can get this ball rolling with these guys. What do you think? What are the key matchups?
The key matchups, I think, is Marshy going to score again? Marshy's been on fire lately. Mm-hmm. He's one of the star players. And like Cassidy said, these other players have got to step up and be the stars. You're missing all these great players. Somebody else has got to come in and fill it in, and that hasn't been happening.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is a matchup where Columbus, of course, is on the bottom. They're probably not going to make the playoffs again. This is a get right game for the VGK. Okay, listen, we're 3-6-1 in the last 10. Like I said, we got to get better. There's some upcoming matchups that are going to be more difficult. We have to use this game to knock out all those kind of bad habits we've been showing in the last few games.
Right.
Especially against, who did we play last night?
Buffalo.
Against Buffalo, we got a lot of bad tendencies. We got to clean that stuff up defensively. I think we need to use this as a kind of a catalyst going to the next matchups this coming week.
And I noticed that the Vegas Golden Knights are not handling the puck properly. When they like panic when there's pressure on them. Mm-hmm. And they're not, the passing is not there. They're just trying to get rid of the puck. That's what it looks like to me anyway. And that's something that they got to work on, getting that pressure or avoiding the pressure, either one. Mm-hmm. But then again, Buffalo is a fast team. But they've got to learn how to manage that. If you want to be a Stanley Cup champion again, you've got to show that. You've got to prove it.
No, I agree with you 100% on that one. We got to just get back to our game. We got to get back to our game, what we do best, play defensive, counter-strike. We haven't really gotten it. So hopefully we're traveling to Columbus. I know it's been a road trip. We got to get some W's here. I mean, we're falling out. If LA wins tonight, as we talked about, we fall back to 4th in the Pacific.
Yep.
Which is gotten bad. And like I said, our last 4 have not been great.
And with this division, I mean, that's critical.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you got the LA Kings, you got Edmonton, Vancouver. I mean, they're all there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to make it very, very tough for us. Very tough.
Yeah, I know I was looking at it yesterday and we had fallen back to 3rd. I think, of course, inevitable, however this falls out. I think we get right as we get healthier. And I think we're kind of in that, we're probably going to meet Edmonton in that first round.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a great series to watch. It's just unfortunate one of these great teams will be out after the first round, and hopefully it is Edmonton.
Well, I see that Edmonton now is looking to pick up somebody.
Oh, of course. Everybody's looking. We got like 5 days until the trade deadline. We've only seen really one big trade with Tanev coming out of Calgary. We thought Calgary would be big sellers coming into this trade market. So far, he's been really the only big name to move yet.
Right.
So I'll have to look into that, and hopefully there's some more moves coming up this week. I haven't looked at the news and seen if there's been trade alerts coming up.
And Edmonton Oilers, they're looking, but they're not talking.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to mention what they're looking for. But hopefully with this Columbus Blue Jackets matchup, we can get back on the right track.
Yeah, we have to take this game. We have to get back in it.
And that game, of course, guys, is this Monday. So hopefully we get back into the win column here because it's been a struggle for us lately, and hopefully we can get right here on this game right here. The second matchup we got this week is a big one. Coming up on Thursday, we are back home playing against Vancouver, correct?
Right.
Vancouver hasn't been great the last 10 games. They're 4-5-1. They're coming off they're still first in the division. This is our second meeting with Vancouver, and of course we met back in November, and we did win that pretty convincingly 4-1. But of course the injuries have bitten us since then.
Right.
We've gotten some bad habits and bad tendencies going on that we need to clean up. What do you think of our matchup against Vancouver this week?
Like you said, we already played them once, and we beat them hands down. For me, it was hands down, 4-1. The defense was there. We know how to play them. They don't have the speed against us, I don't think. And our goaltending. Lately, the goaltending's been worrying me a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, Hill's been giving up a lot of goals. Thompson gave up a lot of goals. And I don't know where that's coming from. Is it coming from the defense? Have we changed the defense trying to get offense? That is a concern of mine. It's in the back of my head.
Okay. I agree with you. I think goaltending is going to be the key here, as both of our goaltenders have kind of slipped off the last few games. Aiden Hill's given up a ton of goals. I know Logan Thompson. What was the final score last night?
6? Was it 6?
Yeah. I know. I believe he's given up 12 goals in his last 3 games. So not a good number to be going up in and expecting your guys to score 5 every night to try to get you to W. So
and I can see if the shot count is up in the 40s, but it's not. Mm-hmm. It's a lot lower.
Yeah. They've been letting some easy ones. I know the first goal he led by last night. I know he'd love to have that back. That kind of took him by surprise as Carlson got his pocket picked. Yeah. And that goal kind of was a tone setter of how you thought that game.
Well, that was what I was talking about, the puck management.
Yeah. And with Vancouver, I think that's going to be key too. Puck control is going to be huge. We got to get better on the faceoff. I know we're kind of the middle pack in that category. We've got to get back there and control the puck and control the tempo of that game. If we can get that and get some goaltending, I think that's going to be huge. You know it's going to be a playoff atmosphere in the Fortress. And that's what we got to get back to. We have not played well at home so far this year. And hopefully we can get back in that win column at the Fortress because it's been a rough go at it this year.
Yeah, this week's going to tell a whole story where we're going to be. Mm-hmm. Because if we can't make it through this week and show some success, it's not going to look good in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. This is a big week for us to see if we're coming up.
So we have to play it like a playoff.
It's going to be tough. You know, with all the injuries, but we're getting Eichel back and hopefully getting Carrier back soon. I'm not completely worried on the Knights. I'm just worried about our playoff positioning getting in there because Edmonton has 2 games in hand on us. There's only 19 games left in the season.
Yeah.
So this is where we've got to get the train moving in the right direction. So the Vancouver game is going to be huge. I know Thatcher Demko has been lights out this season. He's played like that guy that we saw in the playoffs a few years back that kind of ended our season. Yep. He's been amazing. So hopefully we can get right against those guys, and hopefully we put up a good mark. I'm not sure if we're going to get the W there with just the injuries. Eichel is going to bring back a boost, but he has been out a while, so I don't think he's going to make that big of an immediate impact.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So he's going to be cautious.
It's going to be an interesting sight to see this week. Hopefully, I would like to see him get into Monday's game, but if he doesn't get there, him coming back against Vancouver is going to be a tough matchup at home.
Yeah. So let's just get our players healthy. That's our main point. We got to get the players healthy when it comes down to the end. Yeah. But we got to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Think
I don't think that we're not going to, but it's going to make it tougher.
Yeah, it'll make it tougher. And the third matchup this week, I think, is going to be a very difficult one for us.
Is that Detroit?
That is Detroit Red Wings coming in. In the last 10, they're 6-4-0. So coming in, they've got a winning record coming into, so far as we record this. The biggest thing that concerns me is if the goaltending does not get right for the VGK, Detroit's one of the better shooting teams in the league.
The more accuracy.
They actually average more. I mean, they average less shots than us, but average more goals. So these guys can play high. They're second in shooting percentage. So these guys can snipe from anywhere. It's a great team to watch, a very exciting, good offensive team. Power plays ranked in the top 10. We've got to stay out of the box.
Yeah. Do you think the Golden Knights shot blocks are up or down?
I think they're about. I think they're down.
I think they're down.
They're down a little bit this the last few weeks, but that's what we do. We've got to get back to that and kind of grind that out. And I think that's what's hurting our goaltending is too many pucks getting through. And it wasn't. And people listen. Adin Hill was amazing during the Stanley Cup, but it wasn't that long ago where he was a career backup goaltender, and everybody thought that's what he was.
Yeah.
So it's going to be curious if they can get back to that. I mean, I'd like to see.
Well, Adin Hill's got to prove that it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, and then,
he's got to prove
the
his
first part
work.
of the season, he was amazing. He was amazing. The injury, I think, really hurt him and set him back. He has not looked the same since the injury.
Yeah, it's like I don't know but he's staying on his feet a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely getting beat.
You got that pie hole.
Yeah, he's getting beat 5-hole a lot.
Yep.
So hopefully he can correct that and going forward. But Logan Thompson hasn't looked any better.
He's very disappointing. I'm very disappointed
struggling this year, especially not in the later part of this year. I know a lot of people have asked why and they've given him a shot. It seems like every time he's in the net, it's a field day.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to get right. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if it's defensive structure. I don't know defensively. I know our defense turned the puck over way too much in our own zone.
In our zone. And that was our problem last night with Buffalo.
Yeah.
They attacked us and we lost the puck. Attack us, lose the puck. Mm-hmm. And that's where our downfall is right now.
I think the key with Detroit coming in is their weak spot is their goaltending. That is where they're weak at. We got to attack that blue paint. We got to get in there, get in the goaltender's eyes, and hopefully get deflections and just block his view. If we can get that going, I think the Golden Knights win.
I think so too. We got it, but those factors have to be in there. Mm-hmm. We have to make those factors a factor.
Yeah, we got to make these games count this coming up week.
Yeah,
the blue area, I think that's where we've struggled. With Stone being out, we don't have that guy who's getting in front of the net.
Well, I noticed that Marshy tends to hang around the blue paint a lot more.
Because he's had to.
Yeah,
we don't have that guy. I know Barbashev does the same thing. He's been trying to get in that. But Stone has always been that key catalyst guy on that line. And he was
fast to get the rebound.
Yeah,
he was so fast.
His hand-eye coordination is amazing.
Yeah,
he plays great defense.
Yeah,
I mean, I know Carlson's tried to up his part of the game, and I think that's why his scoring is up this year because he has gotten in front of.
Remember, on a faceoff though, he wasn't very good at all on faceoff. He's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, he's
gotten a lot better
as his career's gotten better. Yeah, the first couple of seasons that was his weakness. I know when they brought over Paul Stastny, and Stastny was with the VGK for a couple of years. That's when his faceoffs got really good because Stastny was a great faceoff guy. Yeah. That was his specialty. Mm-hmm. And since then, I know Carlson's gotten a lot better. Stevenson struggles in the faceoff circle.
Yep.
That's got to change. Eichels is solid. He's not great, but he's solid in the faceoff circle. But Stevenson really needs to get better at winning some faceoffs because Waugh's pretty good. Stevenson's kind of the weak link in there.
And one thing you don't hear about a lot now is Martinez.
Alec Martinez?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he was playing. I thought he played particularly well last night, moving around. I think he looked a lot better than I've seen him in the past.
He doesn't look as fast.
Well, Dad, he's like, he's getting up there in
age.
Yeah. I mean, he's been around the block a few times. So, but hopefully he can get some of these. White Cloud's been, he hasn't looked the same this season. I know he came back. He was injured going into the season.
Well, Theodore's trying to pick it up too.
Well, Theo's coming back, and listen, he's just coming back from injury. He's got to get back into that game speed and that game.
But wasn't this the third game since you've been back now?
Yeah, that's it. Just 3 games. That's just 3
Time
games.
to pick it up. He's got to pick it up. He's got to be one of those star players.
You can tell he's a Boston.
How I look at it.
Boston fans.
No.
But anyways, guys, listen. Thank you for joining us on this first episode. This is a journey that's been long coming. But please, again, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on X at Vegas Guys Locker Room. And please join us and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get your podcast. And we'll look to see you in the next show. Dad, thanks for joining me on this.
Thank you. This has been exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's good to see you. All
right, guys. Well, you guys take care. Have a good week. We'll be back next week with another show, guys. All right. Again, follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next.